Week 8 of the WFL is on your screens, and we come to you from Toronto. It's the Hamilton Tiger Cats traveling to Toronto to take on the Argonauts. Welcome into the broadcast booth. Chris Curtis, Jimmy Stevens, along with you for what promises to be a game of two teams that are looking to find their way up in the standings, Jimmy.
Yeah, you get the Toronto Argonauts with their new look offense that since week 4 when they changed offensive coordinators to a more pass act to show off the exports of Jay Green, the gold wide receiver, against Hamilton, who's just not been able to get things going the way they thought they would with a more balanced attack. We'll see what happens here.
Yep, good stuff. Matchup of two quarterbacks looking to do some decent damage today. Dan Dolan for the Tiger Cats, Billy McCartan for the Argonauts. We have the point toss on the screen. Saw Dan earlier in the season on the Game of the Week. Billy McCartan has yet to show his stuff on the weekly show. What have you seen from him?
He's been a little erratic, to be honest. When they were going with the more balanced attack, they were having a lot of trouble scoring points. But now that they're going to the more wide open offense, I think his numbers have risen drastically, to be quite honest.
Well, we are underway. Ball is on the tee, and it is downfield. As it is, Hamilton's going to get first crack at the football to the 27, or to the 30s with a Markham, actually. So a good spot, favorable spot for Dan Dolman and company to come out and do their first piece of work. His main handoff target, Brian Carter. His main throw targets, Ivan Bosnick and Andrew Van Kooten, going to be on each side of the ball, looking to do some damage through the air, as they have most of the season. First play from scrimmage at the 30-yard line, 4 on the line. It'll be a handoff to Carter. Going to the left, trying to burn the edge, and he's going to get stopped after just a 2-yard gain. Carter's had a bit of an up-and-down year.
Yeah, he's not doing too bad. He's third in the league in rushing, just over 500 yards. And he's been solid, steady, nothing spectacular, but I think they've been trying to run their offense kind of around him, and may or may not be for the better. They've been passing-wise have been pretty terrible.
He'll get a pitch to the right here, trying to find a hole. He's got one, and he may actually take this. 21's chasing him down the sideline, and eventually he does get taken down inside of Toronto territory to the 28-yard line, and that is a 40-yard run from Brian Carter.
Yeah, here we are talking about their bell cow, and they're in a little toss to the outside to the right. Great blocking upfield. And then it's a foot race. Luckily, the generic 21 managed to catch him in time. Otherwise, that could have been an easy touchdown.
Yeah, good work from the Argonauts. It wasn't actually 21 who got him. It was to the outside. I think that might have been the safety Reederer who actually got back to take him down. That's going to be a throw to the right from Dolman. It's a catch towards the red zone to the 10-yard line. And sneaking out of bounds is Van Kooten. That's a 1st and goal for the Tiger Cats.
Fantastic catch there. He's not usually known for the acrobatic stuff, but when you're 6'4", makes that stuff a little bit easier when he throws a high like that.
He's got 4 touchdowns on the year. Talking about Van Kooten, 36 catches now coming into this contest. Under center is Dolman. Has 4 shots at the end zone here. We'll see what he can do with it. Throws it towards the sideline. That is a catch for Carter. He's to the outside. He'll get to the 7. 2nd and goal coming up.
Interesting defense there. The DBs all backed right off, playing basically at the goal line, so they would have had to make something, a tackle or miss there to make that a touchdown.
Two receivers to the top of your screen. Dolman on the draw. Handoff. Carter trying to fight his way forward. He'll get down to the 3 and get stopped there. 3rd and goal, and wouldn't it be a feather in the cap of this Argonauts defense if they were able to give up the big run but then hold him to 3?
Yeah, great tackle there by Gilvert. Once he gets his paws on you, there's nowhere for you to go, and he proved that right there on that tackle.
Good work in the open field from Gilvert. 3 tackles last week, had a fumble recovery as well in their loss at Winnipeg. Dolman, handoff to Carter through the middle, and he did not get in. At the goal line, it's 4th and goal, and there's Gilvert again saying no.
Wow, that's a questionable spot. I guess they're saying his knee was down before the ball crossed the line. That's quite surprising.
All right. Well, that brings out the kicking unit for the Tiger Cats as they try to take a 3-0 lead. That's a huge, huge stop by the Toronto defense. Good work by them not collapsing after the 40-yard run from Carter. The field goal is up and good, and the Tiger Cats have the lead.
And great defensive stop there. Gilbert doing what he's paid to do.
Yeah.
Make the big plays when he needs to, and he kept them out of the end zone. Great stuff.
And ball on the tee at the 30, and Hamilton will kick the ball away for Toronto's first possession. Toronto headed by Billy McCartan, as mentioned. He'll be handing it off to Norm Demers. And then Jay Green and Eric I forgot how to pronounce that last name. Quani, thank you, is going to be the other outside target. No tight ends on either of these sides that have any star power on them, so that'll be a return out to the 30-yard line. And out comes the Argonauts offense.
Yeah, back after the Week 4 win, they decided to switch to a more pass-oriented offense to take advantage of Jay Green out on the outside there. And their offensive numbers have crept up quite a bit since they've switched to this passing offense.
Kevin Davidson, Tony Palermo on the Hamilton side as far as the secondary. They'll be oppositing these wide receivers. McCartan, first throw, and that is a tipped ball that'll get dropped at about the 45-yard line. And speak of the devil, it's Tony Palermo getting his hands on the football, knocking it down.
And taking your chances when you're throwing at the man who's tied for second and or is he tied for first? Excuse me. No, tied for second in interceptions in the league. He almost got his hands on that one.
Yeah, and he did get a hand on it, just couldn't haul it in by any stretch. 2nd and 10.
See how much they start to backfield.
Norm Demers is waiting back there. He's the single back in the formation. Quick drop. Looks to throw, and he's going to get taken down. Hamilton's defensive line gets to him, and it'll be 3rd and 14 after the sack.
Hamilton running the blitz there. I think that was it Andrew Seniak?
Yep.
I thought it was Fletcher that come blasting through, but no, Seniak with the rip move there. Get underneath him.
Good work.
That's to his sack total.
Yeah, absolutely good work. Seniak had won last week. He has won this week as well. And we're only in the first quarter, 3rd and 14. McCartan's got to make something happen here. He's going to get chased down to the pocket. Looks to throw, throws left. There is a flag coming in. This ball, they're saying, I believe, that it was incomplete. We'll see what the flag says.
Ineligible downfield.
Oh, all right. So the Tiger Cats decline. There actually was an incomplete pass, so 4th and 14 upcoming. They got to punt it away anyway, and so that would cause the Tiger Cats to decline it, and it'll be a change in possession.
Good job by McCartan trying to keep the play alive, scrambled another pocket there, but unfortunately the pass was incomplete.
Good work though. Good work though. Realizing that pressure is coming, you got to get out, and tell you what, it was a good throw for what it was.
Absolutely.
So.
This is Kevin Davidson taking the return for the Tiger Cats.
He's deep, waiting on it. He catches it at about the 36-yard line. He'll get chased down by 3 different Argonauts and taken down at the 40. So
that was definitely a gang tackle. About that.
Triple team, no doubt. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Dolman out for his second possession. Brian Carter, the main stalwart of the first drive. 48 on the day for 4 carries. That's a 12 average for those of you scoring at home. Under center is Dolman. He'll look to throw right away. It'll be a pass out on the swing to Carter. He can't break a tackle, and he will get a yard to the 41.
Hamilton had a good day last week against the Eskimos, where they won 34-24, and Dan Dolman had a pretty decent passing day, 2 of 37. 285 yards and 3 touchdowns. So the passing's there, but they just don't seem to be able to click.
Under center is Dolman. Quick drop, throw to the outside. That is a catch, albeit not for a first down. 5-yard gain for Van Kooten. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, he's simple, quick out there. Get a few yards, make the more manageable. both these teams are going to have to make up some ground in a big way to make the top two so that they can make the playoffs. Hamilton being 3-4 and Toronto 2-5 at the bottom of the division.
Yeah, Hamilton 2 games back of the Alouettes right now. This will be a throw to the right. That was nearly going to be a pick six. Jumping in front of that with a really, really good eye for the ball is Rich Gilbert.
Yeah, he's definitely living up to the hype this week. He's made 2 clutch tackles and a nice knockdown for on third down. Gives a chance for Billy McCartan and the offense to show us what they got here.
Hamilton not quite at midfield. They will have to punt it away. Try to pin the Argonauts deep if they can. That ball is in the air. It's going to get sent down to about the 16-yard line and taken down at the 18 is the returner, and that will bring back out Billy McCartan. Not much doing on their first drive. And I believe he was 0 for 3 on that particular drive, and it will be a new set for him and a second chance for them to possibly get something going in this 3-point game.
I think it's only a matter of time before you see Jay Green put himself into a position and get a touchdown.
Under center, McCartan looking to throw. Throws short right, has a catch out there, and it's a good one. And it looks like he found the generic for some yardage. The generic James, 2nd and 3.
And clearly Hamilton's aware of the passing attack that Toronto's brought to the game. Both times that play, the corners were playing way off the ball, giving them lots of that underneath stuff.
Tight eye formation for the Argonauts. Plenty in the box defensively.
Nine guys.
Oh, and that was a definite run blitz, but it might not matter. That is Norm Demers all the way down to the 46-yard line. 45 is where they're going to mark him, and that is a nice run against a run blitz to take care of it. It's 1st and 10.
Hamilton had that scouted. They knew the run was coming, but they got a missed tackle right there. I think that was a generic. Norm Demers made them pay.
And Norm Demers just about has his
face mask there.
He had his just about his game total from last week, 31 yards on 21 carries. Wasn't able to get anything going last week in their loss, but had a good run there. And it'll be 1st and 10 as they cross midfield. Demers again has the football, and he will go absolutely nowhere. Down to the 45, 2nd and 10.
This will be a battle of the middle linebackers today. You got Fletcher on the Hamilton side and Gilbert on Toronto side. Gilbert's already made himself present. There's Fletcher making his first tackle of the game.
Fletcher's 44th tackle of the year. Also has a sack and an interception on this season. And deep
looks
back.
Like they might be blitzing again.
Yeah, it looks like it. Demers is probably about 5 or 6 yards back. This will be a throw to the right. That is a catch to the outside, and that's a good one for Jay Green, his first grab.
That was only before you start seeing some Jay Green usage. A little out route there, but nice job keeping the feet in bounds to make the play count.
Not quite, but just about a 1,000-yard receiver for the season at the moment. 908 yards before this game started. That'll get him to about 912, 913. McCartan, throw to the right side, has a little seam to the right. As he finds Green again, it'll be 1st and 10.
A little slant route there. I think that's Palermo is going to be covering most of the day on Jay, and it should be a good rivalry there. You got the second place in picks against second place in yards. Jay only being behind Dave Dawson of the Alouettes for yardage.
And handoff, Demers through the middle, not going very far. He will get 3. You talk about that matchup, and on the other side of the ball, you've got Eric Kwani being covered by Kevin Davidson. So that should be another interesting one on the other side of the field.
And last time we saw the Tiger Cats, Davidson was getting burned quite a bit. So
yeah,
I'm sure Hamilton's hoping that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that was John Henry burning him over the top to Robbie Lloyd a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. This will be to the left, and Demers can go absolutely nowhere. Make it a long 3rd down, 3rd and 11. They got to get to the 18 for a first.
And the big sack leader of the league, Derek Burkholder, making his presence felt. Got 13 on the year. Tied for first with Johnny Hetherington. Thomas. of the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Burkholder had a sack last week. First time we've called his name this evening. McCartan's in the gun. 3rd and 11. 3-step drop, looking to throw. Throws to the right towards the sideline, and it's well long of the intended target. In the area was Tony Palermo, but nothing doing. 4th and 11. They can try for a 46-yarder? 46-yarder if they choose to, but that's a little bit of an ask for these non-star kickers.
Looks like they're going to take a shot. That was great coverage, by the way, on Palermo on Jay Green there. I don't think Jay would have made a catch no matter where that ball was thrown.
Left-footed kicker for the Argonauts, trying to tie this ball game up. Snap is good. Hold good. Kick is on the way, and it is through. So 45 yards is what they'll say officially, but it is a 3-3 game as generic kicker Cole puts 3 points on the board.
Wow, good job with the kickers. We saw that last game that we did 2 weeks ago where the kickers trained the day. So far, so good with the kickers.
Yeah, we'll see if that is a theme to behold. As the ball is set on the tee. 3-3 game in Toronto. Still 2:49 left in the first quarter of play. But to give it the left-footed boot.
Get them into some decent field position here.
Davidson camped out at the 9-yard line. He'll grab it there. Takes a left turn at the 20. Tries a spin move at the 26. And he will get taken down, marked at the 28-yard line. And that's where Dolman will come out and have his 3rd drive of the day.
Yeah, Dolman's numbers aren't very good for the season. He's only got 1,697 yards and 7th in total yards. Only ahead of one John Henry in Winnipeg. So, interestingly enough, that same Winnipeg team is in 1st in the division.
3-step over the top. That's a really, really good catch. And that's Andrew Van Kooten with his 3rd catch of the day. And he's got 37 receiving yards to show for it. First down.
This is a good combo they got here in Hamilton. They got the big-bodied guy on one side with Van Kooten. And then you got your dynamic, speedy guy on the other side, and Bosnick. Bosnick tends to lead the team in yards, but Van Kooten does all the dirty work underneath.
Ball set at the 42. Still about 2:20 left in the first. Under center is Dolman. He got 7 in the box for Toronto. Pitch to the left. That is a run and a very, very good open field tackle, as that was Brian Carter getting laid out. And that is a 2nd down, and a painful one at that.
Big hit by the generic there.
Yeah.
Carter knows he's there.
He's playing in that linebacker spot at the moment. Now there's 6 guys in the line. Oh, that's a jump free play. This is a chance for Dolman to do some damage. Left, tipped, and incomplete. Flag on the play will be an encroachment, no doubt about that. They'll get some yards back.
Interesting choice of players to throw to on the jump.
Second and 4.
Looked like Bosnick might have been open there over the middle, and he decided to go to the outside to Van Kooten in what looked like triple coverage. I could be wrong, but
Matt Stonehouse, the guilty party on that neutral zone infraction. 2nd and 4. See what the Argonauts have on 2nd down defensively.
DB's back way off here, expecting a deep throw.
Not only that, but they're playing past the 1st down marker. It'll be handoff instead to Carter, and getting in to make a play. That is a big, big hit to take, and another generic coming up to make a stop behind the line.
Yeah, you got to question what Carter was doing there. He was doing a little zigzagging behind the line, and that is never a good thing when you're a running back to be zigzagging behind the line.
Toronto getting loud. Crowd letting their team hear it, trying to stop this Tiger Cats offense. Throws deep. That is tipped and actually dropped. Van Kooten had a touchdown potentially, but it'll be 4th down instead.
That was a great ball by Dolman. He gave it, only Van Kooten had a chance at that, and he just dropped it. You got to make those catches.
Need to make something happen there. 76 seconds left in the first quarter. Punt happening as this will give the ball back to Toronto. Both teams have had 3 drives at this point. Actually, Toronto's drive upcoming will be their 3rd. Punt and a field goal. And then how their day has gone, it'll be returned to the 22-yard line. That's where they will mark it.
That's I forgot to tell you. That's Dave Cleaver returning
yep.
kicks for the Argonauts.
Yep, no problem. Just happened to spot that. And 1st and 10 upcoming at the 22. Plenty of time for Toronto to do something here before this first quarter is over, as you take a look at Big J Green lined up in the slot.
Oh, big adjustment here by the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, people moving all over the place. A little bit of confusion on the defensive side of the ball. Ball is snapped, 5-step drop. Throw to the outside, and another tipped ball. This one was in Green's hands, I do believe. Nope, it was the generic. It was just a straight drop towards the sideline.
We're seeing a lot of drop balls early in the game here, which is kind of weird, seeing as we're playing indoors. But I don't know if it's a concentration thing, or maybe the guys are scared because they're under the bright lights tonight. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, they can hear footsteps. You know that about that. He had two Tiger Cats chasing him toward that sideline.
You definitely tell the difference in the Argonauts offense as far as play calling. They're definitely going with a more pass-oriented system.
McCartan has the football. 3-step drop, has to run out of the pocket, but he can't get away. Down to the 12-yard line, and a big sack there. That one is, that's another generic. Matthew Sandoval making it happen.
Yeah, this particular generic's been a force pretty much all season. He's 3rd in sacks behind the 2-tiered players of Burkholder and Seniak. Not by he's not really close, but he's still 3rd in sacks. Coming from the defensive tackle position, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's straight up. 3rd and 17. Plenty of distance between the Argonauts and the first down. Got to throw. Throws, and another one. This one, I think, got tipped by the DB, and it was really, really good as Tony Palermo makes his presence felt.
So far, the Tiger Cats corners have lived up to the task of shutting down these wide receivers of Toronto. Argonauts got to start maybe moving some around, maybe running some different routes, because they're getting sucked in by this cornerback coverage of the Tiger Cats.
Just about done with the first quarter of play, and Jay Green only has 2 catches. That tells you all you need to know about that matchup. Punt upcoming to give Hamilton back the football.
Oh, just what got there.
That was very close. Davidson back to return it. He's got the football, but he'll get taken down, and forward progress puts him at the 48-yard line for Dan Dolman.
Yeah, I don't even think Moses could have got through that coverage there. He wasn't going to part that sea at all.
22 seconds left in the first quarter. If you guys are just joining us, Chris Curtis, Jimmy Stevens from Toronto. WFL Game of the Week. You take a look there at Brian Carter. Majority of his work was done on 1 run for 40 yards. He's got 5 for 7 other than that. And that's a throw that ended up in the turf as the Argonauts defensive line ended up getting to him, and I believe that is Gilvera again. Nope, not quite.
I think it was Stonehouse, got into his face there on that one, I believe.
No, 94, generic.
Oh, generic.
Yep. Either way, 2nd and 10. Dolman lucky to get out of that with the football as his arm was moving forward. No fumble.
Defense playing way off again.
Under center. 7-step drop coming behind him and dropping him for a loss. Another sack. This time the Argonauts get home before he can release the football, and it's a 3-yard loss.
That's 2 big plays by generics right there. I mean,
no, that one was Stonehouse.
Oh, was it?
Yep, that one was for sure Stonehouse. Yep.
I was going to say Hamilton only has Toronto only has the 1 lineman in the tiered rating, so I'm very surprised they're getting this kind of pressure.
First quarter's done. 3 more to go in a 3-3 game from Toronto. Dolman moving left to right on the field at the 46-yard line. Has plenty of time. Pocket not collapsing yet. Now it does, and that is a coverage sack. No doubt about that, and that's another big one for this Toronto defensive line.
This Matt Stonehouse again with the sack. I mean, they're getting a lot of coverage here. This off coverage that Toronto's running, it seems to be working quite well on the Hamilton receivers.
Good work. 4th and 17. Punt upcoming. It'll give Toronto back the football starting the second quarter. Kick is on the way. Dave Kleva camped out at the 20-yard line. He'll catch it there. Move forward 2 yards. He'll actually get stopped at the 23. And that is where McCartan will come back out for his 4th drive.
Not a lot going on either side of the ball, or either offense so far in this game. I'm a little surprised, especially with the way Toronto's been putting up points, that they've been stifled so far. Credit to the Hamilton defense.
Maybe give the ball back to Norm Demirs. Had some pretty good runs a little bit earlier. He'll get the chance here, and he'll go nowhere. As I say that, he gets dropped for a loss of 2 to the 21.
Good suggestion, but Hamilton was thinking the same thing you were, obviously.
Yeah, Palermo got up from coverage and took him down.
I tell you, he's been all over the field this week, making plays already early in the game.
Second and 12. Got to try to shrink that. They got to get to the 32 for a first down. Under center is McCartan. He's going to have a 9-step drop, move up in the pocket, throw to the left. That's a big grab. And that is a huge first grab for Eric Quaney. And that is a first down and then some, down to the Toronto 44.
Great throw by McCartan into double coverage, but he throws it where only Quaney can get it. Look at this. Right over Davidson's shoulder. Safety's in behind. Great throw. Great way to get a first down.
Nice route run by Quaney as well, able to get in front of his coverage guys. And that is going to put them with a new set of downs. Got to get past the midfield stripe for a first. Looking to throw. Throws right. No, it's intercepted. That is a big pick the other way and a lot of return room. Down to the 30. He may have Green in front of him. To the end zone. To the house. That is a touchdown for the generic Brad Banker.
Wow, what a play by the generic of all players. Got a great block right there. I don't know, I think that was Palermo. I'm not sure, but off to the races and nobody can catch him. Wow. Little block in the back at the end there that got missed. Holy smokes.
Wow. All right. Well, that's one way for Hamilton to get their first touchdown of the game, a pick 6 that went almost the entire length of midfield. And they will have to give Toronto the ball back, but that is a huge defensive touchdown to answer an offense on either side that really hasn't gotten much going.
No, that was interesting by McCartan.
I think he had his man out there. I think the defender just saw it coming, made a really good read on the ball.
Yeah, he definitely undercut it. He did a great job. I'm just you don't expect that type of play from a generic.
Yeah, no kidding. Just over 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Hamilton, of course, got the football when we started things out, so that means Toronto will have it when we start the second half. So got a lot of time before then and now, though. Kick is on the way, looking for Dave Kleva. He'll have it at the 20. He turns a little bit to the right. He'll see it stopped at the 26-yard line. And out comes McCartan, who's going to have to redeem himself a little bit here. As Toronto, it's going to be imperative they get points on this drive.
Yeah, you got to think he's a little PO'd right there after that pick 6. See if he comes out, and see if they try and mix it up a little running, or if they start throwing it to Jay Green. I'm surprised he's only got 2 catches so far.
He's lined up at the top of your screen. Quaney's down at the bottom. Palermo's not giving Jay Green much room to breathe at the top. And it'll be a run play. Chance for Demirs to show his stuff. He's got some speed, and he's got some room in front of him to the 35 and the 33 down to the 33 is where they're going to mark him. And that is another big run by Demirs, his longest of the game.
Interesting. One of the things they wanted to get away from was the heavy use of the running back, and there's Demirs, some great blocking, beautiful spin move.
Yeah.
And he's off to the races.
Puts the defender in a spin cycle to break that tackle. Very good work, and eventually 2 Tiger Cats will chase him down First and 10 as they have it deep into Hamilton territory now.
I had thought that McCartan was changing the play to a pass because Hamilton was playing single coverage there. And clearly I was wrong.
Under center. Looking to throw McCartan off to the right, looking for Green. He has him. It's not going to be for very much, though. He'll have 4 yards on it to the 29.
I get tackled there by Davidson to keep Green from gaining too much yards. Green's really good at breaking tackles, much like Brandon Button we saw a couple weeks ago. He's very similar in style. Not quite as big as Brandon, but good wide receiver nonetheless.
And Palermo right now lined up with Kwani down at the bottom of your screen as well. Wonder if that's going to be a consistent thing as Demers again has the football. And they're going to say he broke the first down marker, 1st and 10.
Another good run by Toronto. They're mixing it up here quite a bit, using Demers more than I thought they would. Mind you, they've been opening up some huge running lanes for him, so it's making it pretty easy.
He can drive a truck through some of the holes he's had. We'll see if he can do some damage here as they approach the red zone.
Looks like some man coverage here across the board.
All the DBs looking right at McCartan. They're going to send some extra help, hand off to Demers, and he won't go very far. It'll be a 2-yard gain. 77 yards already, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, this is a little bit surprising. I think it's catching Hamilton off well. I mean, the first time these two teams met, Hamilton swallowed them up quite well, but now with Toronto going with these more wide-open attack, I think the running game is getting caught off guard.
9-step drop from McCartan looking towards the end zone. It's well over the head of Jay Green, who just about had it, 3rd and 8, as that was an easy play pass.
I thought he had that one. That was real close.
That would have been a highlight reel catch for sure.
Absolutely. That's the difference. I mean, they weren't taking those kind of chances earlier in the season. And now they are, and it's really made Jay Green flourish. He went from one of the bottom to the top, cleared the second most passing yards once they changed their style.
McCartan has the football. 9-step. He's going to be looking short. Has the first down, breaking a tackle, and getting down to the 9-yard line is going to be the generic again as James makes his presence felt for his second catch.
Yeah, I think that's his second big catch so far in the half. I mean, I would have never thought he'd be the go-to so far in the game, but he has been.
Under center McCartan. Things changing up on the Hamilton defensive line. Still have 7 in the box. This will be a handoff to Demers. Demers going to try to fight his way forward, and he'll get down 3 yards forward to the 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, a nice little off tackle there. Hamilton had that swallowed up pretty well. A couple yards, but Hamilton's I think they're starting to catch up on this running game. Could be a good time for Toronto to start some play action passes. Catch them off guard. A lot of guys on the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, plenty there. I formation as Demers is the deep back. Got the fullback in front of him. It'll be handoff to Demers to the right. He'll try the off tackle, and he will not get there. 3rd and goal as he'll actually lose a yard on the play.
Great job of the generic safety to hold him up till Fletcher came in there and cleaned up the play.
The mess. Yep.
I think Hamilton's definitely starting to catch up to this run game.
Well, they're doing it at the right time, trying to keep Toronto out of the end zone. 3rd and goal. Just got to do it once more, and they'll likely kick a field goal. McCartan backs up, has the football, throws, end zone, touchdown! It is, and it's going to be James, the generic, with his 2nd catch on the drive. This one for points. Wow.
Generic wide receiver making his presence felt. 2 big catches. That's one with a crowd of people around him. Take a look at this.
Yeah, that was a seam that McCartan found. Not afraid to throw the ball in the middle of 4 Tiger Cats. Quad coverage. It didn't matter. He brought it in.
Yeah, and you had Palermo right there, right on his heels. That's a pretty brave throw there by McCartan.
Tell you what, though, nice drive by McCartan after the interception to come back and lead his team down the field in just about 4 minutes' time to tie up this football game pending the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick on the way, and it is through. So short memory by the quarterback. No big deal. 10-10 game as we play late in the second.
Yeah, great redemption after throwing that pick 6 to come back and throw a touchdown. show a little confidence in their offense. And they're moving the ball well. I mean, Hamilton's going to have to make some adjustments here. They're going to get picked apart.
Plenty of mix and matches. You had the run game was really working. You had Demers have that run that really put them into deep Hamilton territory as they're able to take advantage. This ball can get down to the 9-yard line. Caught there by Davidson. He's going to try to rush through the middle, and he will get down to the 29 before getting swallowed up by a bunch of Argonauts. And here we go again. It's Dan Dolman out in the field. Tie game one more time. We'll see what they can do.
Just a quick rundown of the Eastern Division. You got Winnipeg at 6-1 through 7 games. You got all 5-2. Hamilton here 3-4, and Toronto at the bottom of the division 2-5.
So match up this one of the 3-4 in that Eastern Division. That's going to be a handoff to Carter. And he will get down to the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5. 52 yards on the ground for Carter. Still a 7.5 average. Not bad.
Yeah, he's doing okay himself. I mean, Hamilton maybe should go more towards the running game themselves, but we'll see what happens here.
Well, the majority of his work, of course, was in that first rush of the ball game, but can't really stop the run game if it's working. So we'll see if they can continue with it and wear down this defensive line. Handoff to Carter again. This time he will not get very far. He will lose none and gain none. 3rd and 5 out coming.
Toronto had a full-out run blitz on there. They weren't going to get much happening on that play. And over in the Western Division through 7 games, you have Calgary in the first place at 4-3. BC and Saskatchewan tied at 3-4. And at the bottom as well at 2-5 is the Edmonton Eskimos.
Saw the Eskimos a couple weeks ago as well in a close game. That'll be a throw over the middle. And you would think a pass interference, but maybe not, as the ball had already hit the ground.
That was an out-and-out tackle from what I saw there.
Yeah.
Very interesting. No non-call there.
Yeah, I think it was only because the ball had hit the ground before the contact was made. That's the only reason that I can think of they didn't call that.
Yeah, it must have been.
Punt up coming, as that 3rd down was a failure for Hamilton. They'll have to kick it away to Toronto again. That's unfortunate. 5 drives in this game so far from Hamilton. They have a field goal to show for it. Not a ton on the other side either, although they have the touchdown now. As Cleveland will get taken down at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, McCartan had the throwing touchdown to Damon James, the generic, a little while ago. He'll come out again, seeing if he can put his guys up for the first time in this game. They'd love to take the lead heading into the halftime locker room.
Hamilton backed right off here. Possible run blitz.
They'll send 3. Now 4 late. There'll be a throw to the right, and I think that is James again. Nope, this one is Kwani. Or no, actually, that's not.
Yeah, that was Kwani.
That was Kwani? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. Okay, yep. For some reason, I was thinking 81, but that's Jay Green. No problem. All right, so Kwani, first catch we've seen of him in a while. 2 yards on it. Not very far, but it'll be 2nd and 8 upcoming. Demers is the only back. The defensive line. That was Andrew Seniak, who just bowled over his blocker on the way to Demers.
Yeah, that was impressive. He just made the offensive tackle there sit on his pants, and then he took down Demers. Great play.
Seniak with the tackle for loss. First time we've called his name in a little while. Throw short. Now to reach forward to grab it. But he does. That is the 4th catch. No, I'm sorry. The 5th catch of the game for Jay Green. And it's 4th and 6.
Yeah, I guess you got to take what they give you there. Hamilton's been playing very solid. They've been playing more of a man today in this game as opposed to Toronto's defense, which has been doing a lot of soft zones. And, I mean, it's been working for both teams. So you got to take advantage for both defenses at this point.
Still the 2-minute warning. 3 timeouts for the Hamilton Tiger Cats who get the ball back. Davidson has the football at the 26, and he'll get tackled at the 30. So here we go again. Dolman out on the field for his 6th drive in a 10-10 game.
It would be great. I think Hamilton would be looking for a nice spark here. They haven't scored. They've only scored the 3 points with the offense. I think it'd be nice to go into the half with a touchdown, seeing as Toronto's going to get the ball first and second.
No, yeah, you're right. Toronto is, yep. And then under center is going to be Dolman changing the play at the line. Fully expecting a run here. Nope, it will be a throw. 9-step, moving up in the pocket. He's going to get taken down before he can release the football. And another big sack by this Toronto defensive line.
Again, the generics are getting just push here. The Sandoval right up the middle.
His
Look
second sack.
Yeah. They've been getting enough pressure with just Matthew Stonehouse and the generics that Hamilton hasn't got any throws, which is really surprising.
And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning in Toronto. 120 seconds till halftime. Not much time left for Toronto to do something as they do get the football back. But it'll be, or Hamilton do something. They will not get the football back at the start of the second half. So very close tie is coming.
Passing formation. I thought run the ball and just try and run the clock out. Obviously, they don't want to go for points here.
Yeah, they want to get something before the end of the half. We'll see if they can do it. Throw short, end up setting up a screen, and they'll get a few on it, but not very much down to the 29.
Now a little screen to Stonehouse there out of the bunch. I don't know how effective that kind of play is really a second and 14, but we'll see what happens here with 3rd and 11.
Makes it a little more manageable. Still some work to do. 3 bunch up at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Dolman, long drop. He's going to throw on the run across his body, and that is going to be caught by Andrew Van Kooten. What a throw. What a grab towards the sideline.
That was an interesting play. I mean, Van Kooten got a great release line, and wow, that's quite the throw on the run by Dolman. Put that in that spot.
Yeah, from that angle, with that body structure, how do you throw that ball?
I have no idea.
That is nuts.
That was no. And I mean, like I said, I was watching down that particular play, and Van Kooten got a great release off the line.
1st and 10 for Dolman. Still creeping towards the midfield stripe. Plenty of time. Wings it over the middle, and that is picked off. That was an easy one, and Toronto's going to be coming back the other way, and that is Brian Reederer with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, I don't think Dolman saw Reederer back off like this. Look at this, right into his hands. I think he thought he could get it behind him.
Yep, he was looking for Van Kooten on it, and Reederer just jumped right in front of it. Good look from the Toronto strong safety, and that is a change of possession. It'll give Toronto the ball near midfield.
Yeah, he was playing up closer to the line of scrimmage, and then he just bailed. They showed a cover 3 look, and then he bailed out to make it a cover 2, and Dolman just didn't see him coming.
Oh, that's a good one over the middle. Very, very tight. They'll run some no huddle inside of Hamilton territory. 1st and 10. Still 1 minute and 5 seconds left, and all 3 timeouts for Toronto.
Oh, he's got Green open here.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be over the middle instead. Still going to work. Another 1st down.
Moving the ball quickly, though. Getting lots of yards and bunches here.
49 seconds left. McCartan moves in the pocket. Throws on the run. This one will be thrown away. Smart. And it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll say Kwani was in the area. And that is going to stop the clock. They'll have a chance to huddle up and drop a play.
Interesting. It's starting similar to the way the game last week went for Toronto, where Kwani got targeted more than Jay. Kwani had 14 catches last week, but Jay had all the yardage, 141 as opposed to 101 for Kwani. Seems like they might be starting to do that again.
Under center, McCartan. Demir is in the backfield. He'll get a swing pass to the outside, to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him there. Toronto will call their first timeout. Still 40 seconds left in it. They are in long field goal range. They've already hit a field goal from about this distance earlier.
That was a bit of a mistake by Demir. He could have clearly gotten out of bounds there, and they wouldn't have had to waste that time out. Just a poor decision.
Really wanted those extra yards, I suppose.
Tight man coverage here.
Yeah, 4 on the defensive line. They'll send all 4. Pocket collapsing and going down is McCartan one more time, and that is the defensive line for Hamilton making their presence felt again.
And there's Burkholder showing up when he needs to. You need a big sack. That's the time to do it. Toronto should be taking a timeout or something here.
No, they're going to continue to let the clock run. 18 seconds left. They're going to try to kick one here. This is going to be a 53-yard attempt. I think this is a big mistake.
I'd say, holy smokes.
Well, I mean, it's 4th and 13. You got to try something, I guess. They will take a timeout. 3 seconds left. Okay.
Hamilton tries to freeze the kicker. Pretty sure this kickers in this league freeze themselves.
Yeah, no kidding.
You don't need to waste the timeout on that.
I think the Jay Oaks over there, the coach, is going to have his work cut out for him if they do miss this, which, I mean, it's a 53-yard attempt. I don't think we've seen anything above 50 made this season from WFL kickers. I might be wrong. Ball is going to be kicked from the 42. Snap, good. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is through. He just shaved the bar with it, but it got through, and that is a 13-10 lead for Toronto. Wow. That was a line drive kick if I've ever seen one. Jimmy, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, nice work. Nice work. Well, that is going to do it for the end of the second quarter. We're going to go into the halftime break. 13-10 Toronto. We'll be back. This is the halftime show for the WFL in Week 8.
Want to do what I do?
Chris Curtis, Jimmy Stevens back here with you in Toronto as we get towards the start of the second half of football. 13-10 Toronto with the lead as they will get the ball back to start the second half. Each quarterback has thrown an interception. McCartan threw one a little while ago, and then, of course, McCartan's one was thrown to set up that field goal, and then Dan Dolman threw one that ended up being a pick six by a generic defender. So that's very good work from him as Toronto will do the return at the 29. Tight game through 2 quarters of play. Look for it to open up here a little bit, Jimmy.
Yeah, it should be. It's been a lot tighter than I thought it would. And Toronto's vaunted passing attack that they've decided to adopt hasn't really played as much as I thought it would. They've actually got a lot of yardage from Norm Demers. They've been more of a balanced attack had been advertised. So see what happens here.
And we'll see what they can do on first down. Throw to the outside. That is a throw for, I believe that is Kwani out there. Yep, it'll be a 2nd and 5 as he goes for a nickel.
Yeah, and we're starting to see that, as I said earlier in the last half there. I think we're starting to see the short passes to Kwani. And then I could see them going over the top of Jay Green soon. They're setting that up. But not from this formation.
No, not at all. This will be a almost certain run to, no, they will throw it. Interesting formation. They'll find a target and a first down, and that is no doubt going to be a late hit. And that is a first down and more upcoming.
Throwing from the jumbo. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, late hit for sure being called on the Tiger Cats. That is 92, and Derek Burkholder, the guilty party.
Yeah, just a dumb decision. I mean, there was no need for this. He's on the ground. He's been touched. You don't need to body slam him like that.
Easy crossbody, no problem.
Yeah.
The big splash by Burkholder is going to be a 15-yard penalty, 13-10 for Toronto.
Homage to Jimmy Snook or what, but it's probably not the right time.
Under center. McCartan with tons of time. Thrown over the middle. That was nearly intercepted. Another one he tried to cross his body, and that did not work as the Tiger Cats jump all over it, and it'll hit the turf harmlessly.
Yeah, a little skittish in the pocket there. He still had a little more time than he thought, so he didn't set his feet and didn't throw much of a ball, that's for sure.
Threw a duck over the middle. Generic Brown nearly got on top of that.
Looks like they're coming here.
Yeah, there is 4 in the box. Actually, 5 in the box.
Fletcher's blitzing.
Oh, that's a tipped ball. And unfortunate that Green could not bring that one in. That is his kind of throw written all over it. And it is 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised at the lack of production here from Green today. The Hamilton Corners have done a good job of shutting him down. The stuff he has had to throw at him, he's had to make some spectacular type catches to make him even work.
Well, that one, it looked like it was on target. It looked like he just straight up dropped it. It just hit him in the hands. He couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not like him.
McCartan under center. 9-step drop. Has to move in the pocket. He's going to get thrown down in another sack by the Hamilton defense, and a punt upcoming as Hamilton does really good defensively coming out of the break.
Seniak having himself a day here. Another round tackle. And Billy McCartan's not going anywhere on that one. These defensive ends are starting to make their presence felt, and that's what they're there for.
That is Seniak's second sack of the day. Had a tackle for loss early in the first quarter as well. And punt upcoming, he nearly got there. That was very close. Fair catch called for by Davidson at the 15-yard line. They'll mark him at the 16, and that's where Dolman will come out for his first drive of the second half.
And Seniak trying to make a move on catching up to league leader Burkholder there. 2 more sacks gives him 10. Burkholder's got 14, though. He'd have to have himself one heck of a day to catch up to Derek.
It's going to be an amazing second half if he does. Under center is Dolman. 4 on the line. They're going to move right. Long drop, and Reed walked right into the sack as he tried to step up in the pocket, and Toronto's defensive line goes sack for sack with Hamilton.
Yeah, same thing with Dolman. He got scared for no reason. If he had just stayed where he was, he literally ran right into the sack. We've seen him do that before.
The generic Sandoval's 3rd sack of the game, by the way.
Yeah, that's never good.
3 bunch up at the top of your screen. It'll be a throw in that direction. It'll be a catch, but not for very much. It'll be 3rd and 11 as Van Kooten has plenty of catches, but not a ton of yards as he brings in another one.
Yeah, just a little out route of the bunch formation, just trying to get some yards, give their punter some room if need be. I'm sure they still want to go for the first down, no doubt.
They got to get to the 26 to get there. Under center, Dolman looking to throw, steps up a little bit, throws over the middle, hit coming. But that is a great job by the receiver. Van Kooten this time again brings it in, and he heard footsteps, kept his concentration, knew the hit was coming, and made the play.
Great catch in traffic. Haven't even heard from Ivan. I think he's made, what, one catch today, Ivan Bosnick? We haven't even heard from him yet.
He doesn't even have a target in my notes here.
Might be time to take the top off.
Everything's been Van Kooten or bust for this Hamilton offense. This will be a throw to the right, and guess who? Just as we say that, I think that is Bosnick who got the catch there. We'll see. Nope. Nope, it is another generic catch.
Generic's making a lot of plays today. Both sides, both teams. He was wide open.
Yeah.
I think some busted coverage happening there.
A little bit of a crossing route just towards the sideline. Pretty easy one.
Good tackle by Gilvert to limit the yardage.
You talk about a guy who's been all over the field, Gilvert.
Hey, he's doing his sideline to sideline deal today. He's definitely made his presence felt.
No, and I made a mistake. That was actually Sandoval's second sack from earlier, as the graphic just proved me a liar. No problem.
Pretty sure many people would say that's too many.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Under center's, he's going to be a handoff to Carter. Big spin move, and he's going to break a tackle, get down to the 30 or the 43-yard line inside Toronto territory. What a run from Carter. First time we've seen him in a little while.
Yeah, a little, just a straight handoff in between the guard and tackle. Nice hole there. Watch this little spin move to get around the corner. Reederer with the tackle to save the day. Good run by Carter.
And if your strong safety's coming up to make tackles like that, you know there's an issue.
Yeah, I mean, he's the leading tackler on their team, so that's never a good thing in the first place.
That's going to be a handoff to Carter. He will go nowhere, lose 3 yards, down to the 46.
Dave Cleva with the tackle, other than the punt return or the returns. It's the first time we've called his name today. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah,
it means he's doing his job.
Yep, no news is good news if you're Dave Cleva. No doubt about that. 13-10 Toronto. Still about halfway through this third quarter. Bunch formation top. Under center, looking to throw. Throws to the right. And I'm not sure where the hands for that receiver were, but it was not going to be a catch.
I think that was Van Kooten. He just straight out dropped it. His confidence is shot. That's a couple of threes he's had already today.
He had his hands over his head. Well, did it hit him in the hands?
Yeah, it hit him. Well, it might not have, but either way.
Yeah, it looked
like he should have made that catch.
His hands were over his head. It looked like it hit him in the thigh. So, interesting. 9-step drop. Throw over the middle. That is a diving grab and a really, really good one. And I believe that is another generic.
Generic's making all the plays today. Watch this. Great little post. Beats the defender. Even made a little dive there, and there's Reederer to clean up the mess.
Yeah. Another tackle for him.
Reason why you can see the leading tackler on the team. I mean, that's still not a good thing that a defensive back is your leading tackler.
Interesting offensive formation here for the Tiger Cats. Quick drop, looking to throw, wings it over the middle, tipped, and nearly intercepted. And Reederer just about had an interception to go with this couple of tackles.
Yeah, he should have had his second interception right there. It hit him in the hands. Maybe he's a cousin of good old Cement Hands that we met earlier in the year.
2nd and 10. They got to get it to the 14 for a first. They are in long field goal range. It'd be a 41-yarder from here.
Really tight coverage here.
Throws on a seam. Didn't quite get there. That'll be 3rd down upcoming. The generic, the intended receiver.
I was, I don't know. I question that play call. You got everybody bunched up in the middle there, and you throw it over the middle. That's just asking for trouble.
Dolman going to try to make something happen here on 3rd down. Bunch formation top of your screen, including Van Kooten at the top, Bosnick at the bottom. Looking to throw over the middle, has a chance, and he is in. It's a touchdown. And I do another one.
What's going on here, man? another
generic, yeah. Wow, the post pattern over the middle, and they burn 2 defenders, including Reeder, the safety. And that is a big, big touchdown to get for Hamilton.
That generic actually burned 2 tiered defensive backs. He beat Alex Benoit and then Reeder as well. Great throw by Dolman. Questionable defense by Toronto. Toronto switched to a more man coverage in the second half so far, and it's not working. I think the soft zones would have been a better choice. They were shutting them down.
Kick on the way for the extra point, and it is through. So a 4-point game. Toronto is going to get the ball back, but they find themselves down for the first time in a little while.
Yeah, and I was noticing on that drive that Toronto was running a lot of coverage. Wondering why they were doing that. The soft zone was working so well in the first half. To switch it up for no real reason is kind of beyond me.
Kick on the way. It's going to get down to the 10-yard line for Cleva. He's going to start the return, get to the 29-yard line. And that's where they'll start the drive. So, McCartan, don't look now, but you're down points. You got to make something happen here in the third quarter as we just hit the halfway point.
I still think it's got to be, you're going to have to start seeing Jay Green soon. They haven't really targeted him much. It's mostly been Eric Kwani underneath. Might be time to take the top off Jay Green. Hamilton with a big adjustment here.
Looks to throw over the middle. That's a short one. Jay Green, first time we've called his name on a catch in a little while. He'll be a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
That's not what I was thinking when I said take the top off, but
yeah,
little throw underneath. Maybe it's to get some rhythm going.
They got to take advantage of his height because he's got the height advantage over his cornerback counterpart.
Both corners.
Yeah, no matter which one's on him. Throw to the outside. Has Demers. That's a nice run and a great open field tackle to the sideline, but not before they get the first down, as Demers catching balls out of the backfield. Not usually his forte, but he does well there.
Holy smokes. Watch this hit. This is, man, oh man, this is Bill Goldberg stuff. Boom. Big hit by Palermo. Might give Demers second thoughts about going towards Palermo next time around.
Yeah, no kidding. 1st and 10. Inching towards midfield. And off to the left. Demers can get through 1, but not 2. It'll be 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard gain.
Great block there by Kwani on the outside. Give Demers some nice room on the inside, cut inside. Get some more yardage out of that play.
See what they can do. So 2nd and 2. They are past midfield. Got to get to the 43 for a new set of downs. Handoff coming. Actually be a pitch play to Demers. He's going to push his way forward. Did not quite get there. It'll be 3rd and a single yard. 85 on the ground now for Demers on 12 carries.
Yeah, good day for Demers. Not what I was expecting today out of the Argonauts, but I mean he's been successful, so you might as well keep going. And curious to see if they run the ball here. Looks like it, running formation.
No, for a guy that usually averages less than 3 yards a carry, he is doing very well in this game, but he is going to get stopped behind the line here. And it's going to force decision time for Toronto. They are down. It's not quite yet the 4th quarter, so you expect a punt.
Yeah, I would think so. And Hamilton did a great job stuffing that. I mean, Toronto telegraphed trying to play the power running game when they're just not a power running team. Fletcher made the tackle behind the line to create 4th down.
And try to pin him down. Punt blocking team nearly got there again. And eventually you'd think they're going to get burned. This is going to bounce very, very well for Toronto down to the 5-yard line. And that is not a lot of space to work with behind you if you're Dan Dolman.
Great punt by generic kicker there, or punter there. It's going to make things very challenging for Hamilton to get out of their own zone. I would expect a couple of runs here right away. Try and give their punter a little room if they got to get it out of there.
No, if they can get Carter in space, we've seen a couple spin moves from him and a couple broken tackles. We'll see if he can do that. It will be a draw play. Carter has a little bit of room, and he'll get a couple of yards. They'll give him 4.
Yeah, about what you expected. A little run up the middle. Nothing too spectacular, but that's what you expect when you're down this deep in your own end. Now they got a little room to throw here.
Just to
try and open it up.
77 rating for Dolman in this game. 1 touchdown, only 140 yards to this point. Not a lot of yards through the air. That's going to be a throw to the outside to Carter. Not going to do much. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and 8. And they got to get out to the 15 for a first.
Good tackle there by Cleva on the flat route to Carter. Toronto was bringing the blitz there, thinking run. As Guevara was coming up the middle.
Toronto can really turn this game with a stop. Can they do it? Hand off to Carter, and he will go nowhere. That's a big, big stop, and they do not have a ton of room in the end zone to punt this ball away. They'll be sending the block team for sure.
I don't know. I kind of questioned the decision. I think they should have tried to throw the ball there or in the draw, I guess, to try and make some more room for their punter, but it didn't work at all.
Yeah, they were definitely saying no thanks to this drive. This will be a punt upcoming. Good job by the punter to get it away quickly, but it will be caught out at the 39-yard line, and they will start the drive inside Hamilton territory. This is McCartan's biggest chance to bring his guys back in front late here in the third quarter.
Yeah, best field position for them on this one. Great job by the defense to pin him back. Now let's see if they can make something of this position. I think they're probably going to do a little chuck and duck here. Although Hamilton thinks they're going to run.
Nope, it will be a throw. McCartan to the outside, has a man, and has a touchdown. That is Jay Green, and that is a Toronto lead.
That was only a matter of time before you're going to see Jay go. Just blows right by the coverage and found that hole in that cover 3. The safety couldn't get there. Great call by the offensive coordinator of the Argonauts.
Good one-on-one matchup to the outside. Jay Green on any quarterback that the Hamilton Tiger gets thrown to him is a mismatch, and they finally take advantage. Going to be a 3-point lead as long as the extra point sits. Crowd getting loud in Toronto for what feels like probably the second time this evening. This will be a kick, and it is through. So a 3-point lead. Argonauts up again. We see another back and forth in the seesaw battle in Toronto.
Yeah, it's been a good game. Very tight. Excuse me. I thought the scoring might be a little higher, but defenses have played well, shut down both offenses for the most part.
Yeah, well, now Hamilton's going to get the ball back to see if they can answer the touchdown. And really, that touchdown was a case of Toronto winning the field position battle. And a good tackle there in the open field to the 27, and that is where Davidson will end up and give Dan Dolman the football there. They have some more room behind them now. Maybe they can actually start to move forward instead of backward.
Yeah, I think pretty sure that's exactly what they want to happen. Hamilton needs to get some passing going, move the ball down the field. Carter's had a good day, but that's not reflected itself in the passing game.
And take a look there at Rich Gilvert, who's had himself a day for sure. Plenty of tackles. This will be a throw from Dolman over the middle and a big hit. Just as he caught the football, he did hold on, did Van Kooten, but that was not without a price paid, and it will be near a first down at least.
You can't say that Van Kooten hasn't earned his money today. He's
Gilvert
had a couple big hits across the middle. Yeah, Gilvert again. Big hit across the middle.
Sounded like a car wreck. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Haven't heard from Bosnick at all. You got to think they're going to take a shot at some point here.
You would think. We haven't seen him even targeted. That's what was shocking me. He has no targets on the day. Van Kooten's been the exclusivity of the air attack, and he has a ball to the outside here. He's going to get him to midfield. He'll be stopped there. Van Kooten again. He's got, 8 catches and nothing on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that one there was going to Bosnick, and obviously they were both going on the out route. Great play by Van Kooten. Good block by Bosnick, anyhow. At least he's doing something here.
Yeah. If he's not getting his name called, he rubbed the coaching staff the wrong way or something. I don't know. Under center, handoff to Carter on the draw. He will get 2 yards, and it'll be to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, a little inside run. From what I saw, it looked like if Dolman had to change it to an outside run, there could have been a lot of green space there for Carter to take care of, because everybody was on the left-hand side.
Not much better in the ratings department for Dolman either. He's got an 82 running, 162 yards, has the interception. Handoff to Carter, tries to burn the edge to the left, gets through on a spin move, and that was a really good spin move. 3rd and 3 down to the 43-yard line.
Definitely having success running the ball, Hamilton is.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter of play. 1 frame left here as we play in Toronto. It is a 3-point game at the end of the 3rd. Back to it from Toronto. Chris Curtis, Jimmy Stevens with you as we enter the final frame of play, 20-17.
Giving him a lot of space here.
Throw on the seam, and he found the split. And that is a big catch, and I do believe we've seen a miracle of Ivan Bosnick with his first sighting of the game.
Yeah, defense for Toronto was playing way off, considering they only needed a few yards for the down. Found the hole in the zones there. A catch by Bosnick that'll help Van Kooten out a little bit, and he won't be getting triple and double covered anymore.
I would have called it the turkey hole, but I would have been wrong.
No.
So, not quite the turkey hole. Under center, Dolman. 3-step drop, throw to the right, and a dropped ball. And I believe the generic now starting to show generic tendencies, as it'll be a drop on first down.
That was just, I don't know if that was poorly thrown ball, if that was just generics. Either way,
hit him in the hands.
That catch.
Yeah, hit him in the hands, plenty of space. No reason why he doesn't bring that one in. 2nd and 10. Under center, Dolman. Throw over the middle. That is a grab and a first down. And Dolman, all told, I mean, 15 for 25. He's at 60% completion. Not bad. But the rest of his guys just not able to get things done.
He's going to get Van Kooten killed is what he's going to do, man. Van Kooten's going to need a large bucket of ice after this game.
We can call that a Curtis pass, can we not?
My goodness. Yes, we could. That's as much of a Curtis pass as you can get.
Under center is Dolman. 6 in the box. 7 in the box. Plenty of drop. Throw short, and another big drop. The Argonauts are going to dive all over the football as if they will be able to call it a fumble, but not going to happen. And then another generic lets the ball fall to the turf.
Yeah, I just think we're starting to see the generics be their generics. They were playing out of their minds earlier in the game, but I think they're starting to come back to earth.
Hamilton is in points territory. They can tie up the football game. Or they can take the lead. Dolman wants the latter. He's going to throw for the end zone, and he's got it! That is a Hamilton touchdown, and it's Ivan Bosnick. His 2nd catch goes for points.
Bosnick with a great acrobatic play. Dolman puts it where only Bosnick can really get it if he jumps up for it. Throws it into double coverage, but if you watch where he throws it, only Bosnick's going to get this ball.
Great back shoulder throw, yeah. No doubt about that. Had the defenders beat on the route, and that's a perfectly placed ball by Dan Dolman. His first touchdown through the air tonight. No, 2nd. Or was it his first?
No. Yeah, that's his first. Carter's got one, I believe, and that's his first passing
you're right.
touchdown.
Yep. Carter's got one, and then they had the pick 6. So, yep, that's right. And kick is on the way. It is through. So, Hamilton comes back to take the lead early in the 4th quarter. It's a 4-point game. Toronto needs another touchdown to get back in front. We'll see if Bartlett or if McCartan can do it.
And we saw Jay Green on that last possession by Toronto, so you got to think they might start getting him a little more involved. They've been going underneath quite a bit with Quaney.
Kick is on the way. Dave Kleva back to return. He'll catch it at the 9. Looks to get it to the outside. Spin move. He'll get down to the 28. 29-yard line is where he's at. And that was going to be a 1st and 10 for McCartan. Got to get Demers the ball as well. When he touches the football, he's been pretty dynamic in this game, and both in the passing game and the running game for them.
Yeah, they've, like I said earlier at the beginning of the game, they've switched their philosophy to a more passing attack, but they still have to include the ground game, and maybe they just need to use the pass game to set up the run.
Under center. Wings it over the middle, does McCartan. He's got a man out there, and that is Jay Green down to the 20, the 10, to the end zone, and that is a Toronto touchdown. An immediate answer from Toronto gives them back the lead.
Wow, what a catch by Green to jump over both defenders to snatch the ball out of the air. Watch this. Almost like a take a chance throw, and he just pulls it right away from the safety.
Yeah, into double coverage, just found the split in between the two. And that is a big touchdown for Toronto. What an answer, and this crowd has come alive in the 4th quarter.
Billy McCartan taking some chances there, but it worked out for him, throwing it to one of the best receivers in the league.
Left-footed kicker, going to try to make it a 3-point game again. Starting to see much more scoring here in the second half than we saw anywhere near the first half. Kick is on the way, and it is through. 3-point game in Toronto with 9:34 left in the 4th quarter, as Dan Dolman and company will get the football back to try to come back in what is now a 3-point deficit for the away team.
1 play, 1 touchdown, or 2 plays, excuse me.
Yeah.
That puts a little pressure on the Hamilton offense.
I'll tell you what, talking about Hamilton, though, Ivan Bosnick, starting to see him turn up a little bit here, but he's got 2 catches in this game. One of them just went for a good chunk of yards. He might not need to be might not need to put in a workday's effort to get things done today.
No, I mean, the way they've been throwing it to Van Kooten, you think that Toronto's probably going to roll some extra coverage over there, which should open things up for Bosnick down the field. Maybe that's what Hamilton's plan's been all along. Have to see what happens as the game progresses. They're playing a lot of man coverage. Like I said, Toronto's been playing a lot of man coverage. Look at all the guys in the box here.
Bosnick, top of your screen. Van Kooten, bottom of your screen. That's going to be a wing deep and tipped. And also incomplete. Good job there by Dave Kleva to jump in front of that ball.
I guess Toronto feels that their corners can cover Hamilton's wide receivers better than Hamilton feels theirs can cover Jay Green and company, because with Toronto switching to this man coverage, I guess they just feel that it's a better setup to play man than zone.
Second and 10. Under center, Dolman, throw to the right. That is a quick grab. Nothing much doing, but it is at least something for the generic to do. It'll be 3rd and 6.
At least it makes the 3rd down a little more manageable. 4 yards there is better than 3rd and 10, 3rd and 6. At least they can do something here. And Toronto's playing way off the ball again.
Yeah, they're playing just at the first down marker. You see 3 at the top of your screen. Definite zone look. Looking to throw. Dolman to the outside. 2 jumped that route, and it was nearly intercepted. Very, very close. Nothing doing as Alex Benoit gets in the way.
I gotta wonder what Dolman was doing. And we've seen this from Dolman before. He's made some questionable decisions. He threw that. There was 2 Hamilton area and 2 Toronto defenders. I don't think there was really anybody open there.
Punt upcoming. They're going to give Toronto back the football. 8:53 left in the 4th quarter. Plenty of time for Toronto to start trying to tick away. And this ball is kicked a country mile down to the 30-yard line. Good punt. And they'll reverse field a little bit here as it will be Kleva getting tackled on the spot. 31 is where they're going to mark him. And with 8:45 left, Billy McCartan come out and try to add the dagger into this matchup.
Good punt. And good coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Did a great job there by the special teams Hamilton. Let's see, Jay Green was the man of the hour on the last possession. See if he is again here.
No, he's at the top of your screen here. Kwani's at the bottom. Handoff instead to Demers, and he's going to go nowhere. Two different Tiger Cats got to him very quickly. Still got 81 yards. Not a bad day on the ground for him. 2nd and 12 in this play.
Yeah, he swallowed up on the corner blitz by Kevin Davidson, and Andrew Suniak was there to help him out. No lane for him to go through there.
Under center.
Looks like Fletcher might be coming on a blitz here.
Nope, he'll back off. Now they'll come on the delay. It'll be a throw to the left. It is going to be a catch for Kwani out towards the sideline at the 32. 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Nice little out route there. Quick out. Kwani there. Just let Hamilton know he's there, I guess. You never know. He's been known to catch a couple deep balls as well, but that's more Jay Green's thing. Kwani is an excellent second receiver on this team, though.
Under center is McCartan. Got to get it to the 42 for a first down. Long drop pressure coming to the outside, and that is a throw and catch for Jay Green, but it doesn't go for much. 3-yard completion, and they're going to have to kick it away.
Good job by Hamilton running the blitz there, bringing Fletcher up through the middle. Made McCartan throw that ball earlier than he wanted to, I think. I don't think he really wanted to go to Green on that particular play. Good job by Hamilton to force the punt.
Jay Green on the sideline with the Will Smith haircut. No problem. Davidson back to return. They nearly got there again. A lot of close calls to the punting game as far as blocks are concerned. And that is Davidson trying to spin away from a tackle, but he'll get taken down to the 27-yard line. Dolman back out on the field.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a block punt, to be honest, so far this season. We've seen blocked field goals. We've seen balls go over the kicker or over the kicker's head, but we haven't seen a block punt. Yeah. Quite surprised at that.
Under center, Dolman. Changing the play. Yep. Expect a pass play here now.
Yep. I would think so. A lot of guys on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, what a play. What a call by Dolman. Very, very good awareness there as he gets Carter free to the outside, gets him to the 44.
Wow, it was an excellent adjustment by Dolman. Trying to look at all these guys on the line of scrimmage. Oh, they're not going to show it. He makes the adjustment and throw the swing pass. Nobody there for a while, and there's Gilvera once again to make the tackle. That was an excellent adjustment by Dolman. He saw that they were coming at him, and he made the right play call adjustment. Yeah,
instead of going through the middle, just cut it immediately to the outside. Good work from Carter there to recognize it as well. Under center, Dolman. Draw play. Carter goes nowhere. 2nd and 10 upcoming at the 44.
Great play by Reeder. He saw it sniffing around the line of scrimmage, and they just ran right into him. He's had a heck of a game himself today. Pick and 5 tackles.
Yep. Also,
he should have had 2 interceptions, to be honest. But
yeah, no kidding. Had one in his hands, didn't end up getting picked. 7-step drop for Dolman. Throw to the left, and that is going to be picked off. And that was about as easy as it gets for Dave Cleva as he climbs the ladder.
Yeah, that looked like that was thrown to Cleva. Look at this. He was the one playing receiver on that play. Bad throw by Dolman. I don't know what he was thinking there. Yeah, you got one-on-one, but if you're going to go with the one-on-one, I think you're better off to throw to Van Kooten, where you got some height.
Yeah, Ivan Bosnick not able to bring that one in, and he was the intended target. His only 3rd target of this game. And it goes for an interception. Give Toronto back the football with 6:25 left. McCartan throw right side. Has Green out there with plenty of room in front of him. He'll be tackled from behind at the 37-yard line as he starts to make his presence known.
Hamilton seemed like they had that set up. They were playing way off the ball on that one. McCartan with great vision right in the empty spot where there is no defender. But Hamilton was playing well off the ball. Should have never got in behind the defender there.
Oh, hey, look. It's the turkey hole.
Yes, it was. It was in the turkey hole.
That's terrible.
Run. Well, you got to get that in at least every week, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's encouraged. It's encouraged. Butterball sponsorship and all. Under center. McCartan with the handoff. Going to the right with the handoff for Demers, and it will be going nowhere. Still a very good average for Demers at 2nd and 11 on this play.
Big tackle by Kevin Davidson behind the line. Good run stoppage there. It's too bad his coverage hasn't been that great. I think he's the one getting burned by Jay Green, I think, most of the game here.
Under center. McCartan looking to throws over the middle on a seam, and it will be a catch and a 3rd and a chest hair as Green does it. Or actually, it wasn't Green. It was the generic Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, a little quick slant. Found the hole in the zone there in the middle. Set up 3rd and inches. You got to think they're going to run the ball here. They've tried quite a few times. Hamilton's playing man-to-man. A lot of guys in the box here.
Oh, they will throw to the outside, and it is well overthrown. Not going to work. Looking for Kwani on the outside. Can't get it to him as Fletcher with the hurry.
He was open. I mean, he was wide open. He only needed another half a second there. They would have had the first down. McCartan felt rushed, I guess, with all those guys around the line of scrimmage that Hamilton had.
Well, it's a 41-yard attempt. I'm sorry, no. It is a 44-yard attempt. If they do try it, they will not. It'll be 4th and inches at the moment. They may try to just draw him offside here.
Yeah, I think they're going to just try the old okie dokie.
Nope.
They caught him.
They did. Oh, he actually got taken down behind the line, and I believe it is a free play as the defensive line jumped. We'll see what Stripes has to say, but that could be a game breaker for Hamilton. It is.
My goodness.
How do you do that, Hamilton Tiger Cats?
Generic linebacker jumps the play. And they would have had the ball back, and instead it's a first down for Toronto. Terrible, terrible play by linebacker. You're taught not to go until the ball moves. Tried to catch, and it cost him.
Oh, man. That's a big, big mistake. 1st and 10, it gives Toronto new life on this possible game-clinching drive. Handoff to Demers. He's going to try to cut it to the outside, and he will get nowhere.
I thought maybe Toronto might take a shot there, seeing as they got that little break from the Hamilton defense, but still ran a little running play to the outside for no gain.
Well, I mean, take a shot, but then on the other side of the coin, you got Reeder and you have Cleva back there, both with interceptions today. Or, no, I'm sorry, that's on him. That's on, yeah, we're good.
Running formation, although they've thrown out of this already once today.
Oh, that's a juke move right into a tackler. 3rd and 12. And another one for Burkholder.
Yeah, that was kind of a pretty obvious running play. I don't know the thoughts behind it. Maybe they're just going for the field goal to make it a 7, or it's still a touchdown. I mean, I didn't understand the play call there.
To be honest, though, if they get the field goal, not a big deal. Hamilton would then have to get a touchdown to make it a game. And this is going to be a sack, and a good one at that, as Hamilton's defensive line does the job. Another one for Sandoval.
Generic defensive tackle making his presence felt. You might have to be looking for your tiered contract next year. My goodness. He's been all over the field.
He's got 3 sacks in his game.
Yeah, pretty much. You got to think that's, well, I wonder if they're going to kick it here. Oh, setting up for the punt.
Yep. Yeah. Smart play. Smart play. They'll try to pin him down with not much time left. Would have been a 47-yarder had they tried it. Or 49.
I mean, they made the 50, but you're taking your chances with the generics. Yeah. Although they've made us look silly so far this last couple of weeks with that game. So
they have. Punt is a low snap. The kick is on the way. It is a high punt down to the 7-yard line to the 6. It'll get down at the 7. And that is where Hamilton will start with the football. They are down 3 points. Still plenty of time left. 2:51, and Hamilton has all 3 of its timeouts, so they can stop the clock 4 times if they use all 2:51 of it.
Great kick by the Toronto Argonauts punter. That's the second time he's pinned Hamilton deep in their own end. That's excellent special teams.
Dolman, quick snap, throw to the right. That is a catch for Van Kooten. And his 11th reception for $117. No touchdowns for him. And on the other side, Bosnick, 2 catches for 29 and a touchdown.
Yeah, definitely Van Kooten's been the workhorse today. Pretty much all that they've seen. Toronto's corners have done a great job blanketing Bosnick on the other side.
Van Kooten, bottom of your screen. Bosnick, or top of your screen. In the backfield is Carter. 9-step drop for Dolman. Moves up in the pocket. He's going to get taken down. Coverage sack. And that is 3rd and 10 as they lose the yardage they just gained.
I think that was Stonehouse again, was it not?
I did not see a number. Not see a number. Dolman over the middle. Has a man out there, but jumping that route was a very aggressive generic safety. And that is 4th and 10. They'll have to punt.
Wow, if the generic safety had missed that, my goodness, that could have been a touchdown right there.
No doubt, that would have been points, yep.
Like you said, very aggressive. Looks like Hamilton's going for it here. They don't trust their defense to stop Toronto.
Now they're going to have to try something. Not enough time left in this game to stop or to warrant a punt, and that is an incomplete pass. Big stop by Toronto. They get the ball back, and that may seal things as they have it deep in Hamilton territory.
Even if he had made the reception there, I mean, he's got to break a tackle even to get the first down. I don't understand the decision there.
Van Kooten, the intended receiver. But, yeah, you're exactly right. The first down marker was nowhere to be seen from there. So this will be a chance for Toronto to dagger this game. And no one better to put it in the end zone than that man right there, Norm Demers.
Makes sense just to run the ball here.
Yeah. He will get the handoff to the left. End zone! Touchdown! He got in on the first play, and that is the dagger in Toronto.
That's all it took was the one running play. Good call. Go to the outside. Hamilton stacking up the middle. Good seal. Watch the seal by the tackle, keeping everybody on the outside. A little spin move to make sure, and that's pretty much puts his nail in the coffin for Hamilton today.
Makes it a 9-point game, going to be 10 after the extra point, and it's all academic from here. Hamilton can stop the clock 4 times. They may try to drag this out as long as possible. But rest assured, pending something extravagant, we should see a Toronto Argonauts win. Kick on the way, and it is through for the extra point. 34-24, 10-point game as we play in Week 8. If things hold, then we will see Toronto leapfrog Hamilton in the standings and go into 3rd place. And Hamilton, with the head-to-head tiebreaker lost, will jump down into the bottom part of that Eastern Division. Winnipeg and Montreal, of course, the top 2 in that division, as Davidson will take it back all the way to the 27-yard line.
Hamilton's got to be disappointed with their offensive output this season. It's really not been where everybody thought it would be. Toronto's, since they, as the story's gone since the beginning of the game, they've switched their philosophy, and as you can see, it's really worked. Jay Green having himself a day again today. I think he's well over 100 yards.
Yeah, a couple of long catches as well, including a couple touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Thrown by Dolman to the right. That was tipped and incomplete as Alex Benoit jumps ahead.
Benoit should have had that. That literally hit him in the hands. That would have been definitely the end of the game right there. I don't know how he didn't catch that. Looked like it was thrown to him.
This, of course, the time where all the defensive players can pad their stats defensively through the air.
Yeah, Stonehouse looking to add to his sack totals.
5-step drop, throw to the right. That is a Van Kooten catch over the middle. At the 44, they'll go no huddle. And that is actually going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds left in the game as Toronto looks to package up a 10-point win.
Definite boost of confidence for the Argonauts after having such a rough season so far with only 2 wins. Get a win over a local rival. That's good stuff.
Under center, Dolman wings it over the middle, and that is nearly intercepted by Reeder, who jumped in front of that.
Almost interception number 3, or should have been an interception number 3. He was on this ball better than Van Kooten was.
Yeah. Van Kooten not really anywhere near that. Reeder with a nice read, 2nd and 10.
Dolman's been both games we've seen him play. He's struggled with his accuracy. He's really just never found that consistency with his accuracy all season long.
Bunch bottom of your screen. 2nd and 10. You're going to see what Hamilton has in store. This will be the outside. He will get to the sideline to stop the clock. It'll be a 4-yard completion for Ivan Bosnick as for his 3rd catch.
I think it's a case a little too late. In the case of Bosnick, they only have 3 catches with 2 minutes left in the game. That's probably not what Hamilton was looking for today.
Disappointing. Does have the touchdown, but at the same time, you got to do something between the pay dirts as well. Long drop for Dolman. Has to move up the pocket, but he will not escape. They'll have to call a timeout, and the sack by the Toronto defensive line again.
Little outside linebacker blitz. Just generic defensive front has been putting on a clinic today against this Hamilton offensive line. Kind of scary that the generics are putting all the pressure on here.
Toronto's fans giving their team some love after a really good effort this evening. Under center, Dolman going to get hit as he threw. He did get it away, but barely, as Stonehouse comes up to make a play.
A great job by Stonehouse putting on the pressure. Steps up in the pocket, Dolman does, but just isn't working. This, I questioned Toronto running all these man coverages because it didn't look like it was working in the beginning of the second half, but they've pretty much shut Hamilton down since mid-3rd quarter, really. Passing attack's been just non-existent.
A lot of coverage sacks this evening on Dan Dolman. As you mentioned, Toronto's defense has been up to the task. This will be a run to the outside for Demers, and he is going to get all the way to the 29-yard line. Another good run for him as they try to run out the clock. Hamilton stops it.
Yeah, this is just garbage time for Demers, but I think having success with the passing attack like they had earlier on, this helps. This is just going to help their running game, I think. This is the way they need to go. Throw the ball to set up the run. It's the old late 80s 49ers concept. Throw the ball to set up the run. And it might be the way it's going to work for this team.
They are in short field goal range, but it's victory formation time for Toronto with 100 seconds left.
I'd say it's the old Detroit Lions, but they don't even have a running game, so it's just Matt Stafford or nobody.
They don't. They haven't had a run game since 1999, so, Yep. That about settles that. 2nd and 11.
Hey, great showing by the Argonauts. It's kind of what I was expecting to see. It didn't start out very well. They were looking a little sluggish at the beginning, but the second half, they really picked it up and kind of showed what they could be a force if they continue with this for 2nd season. I think they're kind of pretty much out of the playoff picture. It's going to take quite a run to get them to catch up to the Alouettes or the 6-1
Blue Bombers.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers with their worst passing attack in the league.
Yeah.
But they're doing it other ways.
Yeah, they are. They are finding a way to win, and that's something that this Hamilton team and Toronto team have been missing. Now that Toronto has found a way to win against their rival from the West, they should be able to use this as a springboard, at least for a little bit of momentum going into the latter part of the season.
For sure. I mean, Winnipeg, the interesting thing about Winnipeg is when they played the Alouettes were the undefeated team in the league.
Yeah.
And Winnipeg beat them. And since then, I mean, Alouettes have kind of gone downhill, and Winnipeg just keeps on winning.
So it'll be a punt. Looks like Hamilton will get the ball back one more time just to say goodbye to it, as this will be a pin punt one more time down inside the 10. Davidson's there, tries a little bit of a return, not much happening, and they'll have it at the 13. So clock stops for change of possession. This game is over. One more play, and that will be it more than likely. They may be able to get 2 Hail Marys out of it, but not much to it.
You got to hand it to the Winnipeg punter. He's done a great job pinning Hamilton deep when he's needed to. A couple times there where Hamilton just literally had to run the ball 3 times and kick it, and then last possession for Hamilton where they basically couldn't do anything to get the first down.
Dolman will pass. He'll throw short to the right. It's picked off. Why not? It'll be, is that Cleva again? No, it's not.
Generic, looks like.
And he did not get to the end zone, so the score, they aren't able to pad the stats that way, but another interception, and Dan Dolman kicking himself for the last play of the game.
Yeah, look at that. How many, there's blankets everywhere, blue jerseys everywhere. Two receivers running pretty much right beside. They could have held hands there. Gotta wonder what Dolman was thinking.
Yeah, well, it should be victory formation here, as they can't stop the clock, obviously, so that is going to do it. Toronto's going to walk away with the win. As mentioned, they'll leapfrog Hamilton into the 3rd spot in the Eastern Division. Good work from them. They are still staring up 2 games back of Montreal and Winnipeg. 34 Argonauts, 24 Tiger Cats, as we finish things up in Toronto. But if you had your bet for player of the game, who's it going to be?
It'd be a toss-up between Jay Green or Norton Demers. I mean, the games. Jay Green had well over 100 yards. There you go, 170 and 2 touchdowns. I think you pretty much got to nod the cap to him, although Norton Demers had himself a decent game with 96. So
yeah,
I'd definitely go with Jason Green. You?
Yeah, probably Jay Green. That'd be my bet as well. However, I really got to take a look at McCartan as well. McCartan was able to find the seams on multiple occasions in that Hamilton defense and make them pay for not respecting their game through the air.
And even on the defensive side, I mean, you could look at Gilbert or Brian Reeder, who both had great games today as well. I mean, as a whole, the whole team played well.
With that said, we will see you guys here next week for more during Week 9 of the WFL. For Jimmy Stevens, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Toronto. Again, the Argonauts 34, the Tiger Cats 24. We'll see you next week.